President Leikhulshim na kimatang citizen.
At the very outset of the 7th annual Mid-Term Felicitation and Career Counseling Program 2025, I would like to extend my thank and I would like to thank God Almighty for giving us this beautiful day. And today's chief guest, Sri respected Sir Paul Nangsha, MCS, SDO Tousem, Subdivision Tamenglong, progressing today's event as a chief guest. Thank you, sir, so much. And today's resource person, respected Srimati Silomi Devi, Senior Career Counsellor, Managing Director of SS Career Solution. Ma'am, thank you so much for accepting our humble invitation. And today's guests of honors who are here sharing dice with me. Even though if I'm not naming you, all of you, I would like to extend my gratitude to all of you and special invitees and today's awardees, new apprentices, promotees, and who have served Indian government and who have attained superannuation, and all the government officials, staff, associate professors, officers of different departments, pastors, deacons, and civil organizations, and all the parents and the students. I would like to extend my welcome to all of you. As the main function, the main event of today's function is career counseling. So I would not take much of your time also. As a student, as an aspirant, as a youth of this state, I have five great persons whom I look up. Great persons, they have given us good opportunities to draw our inspiration. Kaya lang to namin share to niya ni Phunal, 5 persons. Yapung nanam yam say sir nai ni mohu kya ma and yapung ani kai life kai punsiro yani kai mai motivation inspiration pi kai kai matam ni lan lo ro kai career counseling expert dilimba just 10 minutes kai matam 10 minutes by lo ni le kai ni mulai lai to ma kai min wani pal ro lai bang mi khade kai lo ngai to story karo kai inspiration motivation first step boy kai lo to story karo. Just before I started my preparation for UPSC exam, I came across a book who was written by a very great soul. His name was APJ Abdul Kalam. Highlighted hero sahi chotam lum dawa khatni ani aeroplane try hey really wawai ningthore try cha thi ani bai wa khala lum rai solum ro bai mak nak ni khal ai wa khala ko de ni ko to be ningthore wa try hey ko to be masana sorwa thukayo thuk bini kanan ko tu yen dam gayo to ani a kan question si to wa hi ni hey do wa hi ni khal dor ni ga kai ka tangle kai lo bai ngai to bi kai hian stream ni kai ki ningthore try ni le hey du ni kai Indian nation oi mai bai mak tang ngai lo to ga an khal go. That was his inspiration and motivation at the same time. Sahi class 12 bila pe hai doa hai amtu rigani missile man of India to Murul hai the man, the scientist, the great statesman who is not hated by any political party, the great man who is respected by all the great nations of this world. He is none other than APJ Abdul Kalam. Hai ni amtu kay aritil bele kay sakarol kay nana uniri inspiration le motivation do ning thau re trai cha de maki nai kay le kai nai le na chimai be hero inspiration and motivation ka actually lo gya. But to get an inspiration you have to become a keen observer and keen interest taker. Ngai mamut dai thui hat darkada observe tawa darkada hai ni nai thui lui la pani nai sa interest develop tawa chan hai nei ngamai me. That's the main reason why APJ Abdul Kalam, even though the flying of an aeroplane, the flying of a bird in the sky was a normal thing for all of us, only for that great soul. Ning thoi trai sa kai mi jadi normal ko ni silo ka thui be ni put mai be ni kai sa cha haya APJ Abdul Kalam an keen interest in develop to hai le ngam me an tu hai inspiration nolak ani kai India missile kai India hoi indigenous missile program a sim tu bini kai India an tu missile hoi kamin import on ring san nation hoira. And that was one great person whom I always looked up in my entire life. And the decision making of him, I very influenced to APJ Abdul Kalam. I by not langai wahayat unkawani. A righteous heart will give you a good character. There's a beauty in the character. Beauty in the character will give you harmony in the family, and the harmony in the family will give you order in the nation, and the order in the nation will give you peace in the world also. At individual level, really. Prithivil, I level ani, I quotation, anak langai pilo ani. Kintam nungro kani inspiration hek lau hil ro. Kai principle, kai kauto tolo kai approach. Kai tui keen interest, keen observer, oi kor high hil ro. Kai interest, kai principle kau ka principle tolo kai. Kani tui kai khalo kai. Hai phan lama do ito karo. Kai ni mipung kintam hat kai ni pang. Ai na. There was one point in time where everybody thought that slavery system was a normal thing. Everyone accepted using of human as a machine, as a slave, as a domesticated animal. Like pami hadda kai iwa sisna ya matam kholo ya nak ma kya anturi antu kayu pai to Phunal aro mi hadda ui na kai chen sui la pe sa kai sa ro kisa la pe ni khau la pe normal oi ni khalcham ro ka khalcham ro sam tu antu ei kai khalcham ni moram arsi. There was one soul who has stood up, who thought out of the box that treating of human as a domesticated animal is not justice. 19th century ro na pa khan ole ko hai na ka tau yam me ari kai Christian oi ni kai lai pang ni kan oi ni tau yam me to na pa khan ole ko hai hu ko ton ri Abraham Lincoln kani le mu se yar mu se he dia Abraham Lincoln to pawa ani out of the box khalbe ni matam hai lo sa na ko hai ani he stood up for justice, for injustice prevalent in the society. Hai ni ani matam hai lo ju pe ni hi ra bi hai ni matam hai asa awa assassinate to ko hai cause of slavery, freedom for slavery. And Abraham Lincoln to pawa ki out of the box khalbe ni society have changed reform ba yan ko na pa hoi hai ni am tu ei kai ko Phunal le kai sataro kai piparo kai tawai so khale garo normal norms dui tu kai chana bi aro ei kawa hong la pe ga ni kawa social reform yan ya to hai khal chan ni har si he will be remembered for centuries, for generations to come. Hai ni tui lai normalcy, normal norms akani accept ole kantar. Here I would like to humbly submit that tui kai lai ngai ma tu ni wari ni ma. Hai sometimes to do great things normal oi to khalput arsi ka hai kai se thai chalo pe lo to ha chang like Abraham Lincoln matam hai ro English rule, whites rule yai nidadi treating of blacks kai matam hai ro Negroes after na illegal hoira sinang yang ka and the blacks rule awa we want sina ya ho matam ro minai oi la si yo le wan hai Abraham Lincoln stood up for that cause and last of the slavery anthem do. There will be so many individuals who have contributed. Atam di kumang idai ni state law makers sung dong lero. Yai contribution banyak sung dong lero. Here the main actor who contributed. hay Abraham Lincoln hay cái cuốn sử thì anh cái nó impact đâu hay anh tôi nó bị áo thì tôi tin là cái này sao nó làm cái inspiration à tôi cái normal untuk khalput arsi aro we should deviate sometimes rule rồi Lincoln cái society sana bi aro ka phong thuk ya ga phong thuk này kinh hoi mi cái khale mathang ro ni cái lâu tôi ya rồi decision making à anh du ni ka ni khal kai khal na ki local ro this kai lâu decision ani mi nang bai le yo kai momo kokoro ni ka khal le yo kai ka ni ko khal le yo kai ro le kai ni ko khal le kai sa kai na kai ko khal le to ga we always think of that we have this kind of indecisiveness whenever we want to take a simple decision hay ni nang kai nang lai ni kai lai decision making lo karo kai problem le karo kai ni ha da khal ai decision making a who go hay ri who go don ri kai mat ma dan dia ai ni a khal ka wa to ne a khal go don ri ta ni yung ko kai NCRPA lai ra first phase of the Gandhi's terrace mental नहीं decision लो करो नहीं problem ले करो नहीं नंग confuse ले करो decision making लो करो always remember the face of the poorest man why can you नहीं my phone I la leasing decision जो लो कुछ ना hay लो ये करो बरो नहीं लो नहीं decision hay la में लो आनी मानो गांधी अदुना नसीब के मणिपुर दा तंता ले चाल ले जैसे Mano Gandhi na hayam ba yang hazaba kawo mamlo do wa kham le madudi unsida na hang na disa law ma tanda nang lawram dai da nang law go do riba decision dula un saksa ji le riba mi du wai la ro mi du sakam ning sing ado nang law riba decision dula wai de la ro mi du ka ri dek lagi ni ha do ning sing ma tanda samaj ji le riba hattaba corruption oigera hujuji khanari go myam je layam oina I khalle ngasigi tiliba mi myam je yum halaga da amtang mit isin diraga mi ma ata handaliyo mano gandi na ha wari do chumba do aina ngasi lawi la disan da layo mi du ka dek lai ni ha do adugi khallaga lawi la disan do la loina ha ne ekoi father of the nation chumba do kan but still I always look up to him I use what man hai muad what I sometimes I use aduna masi tilo meeting officers me am yauri emule na senior me am yauri moi zu yang khangir mani aduna let's ponder upon this ek khanji aduga tawri je chumbra mi hong su gre mi hong su lom ratina kayin chuna APJ Abdul Kalam le Abraham Lincoln le Mahatma Gandhi le getting inspiration and what are the principles that I need to follow. Last only after I get success, kaya pinang low what pala, kaya pinang successful business mo kaya. Hey hero, what's the next? Hey success hero pani ko ato ya hazo. Araw kayo hindi kong tunda mo sing. Hey di wala like mo to man ri. Tuy kay suna yaw ko ni ko ira hay ni ke camera store kay. Low mo mi kya, low mo ko kya yaw ya. K. Camera Store by Chief Minister Tamenglong in 1960s. If I'm not wrong, if my memory serves me well. 1960s, hey, Namro K. Camera Store by Chief Minister of Lilong. I hear a girl, as Chief Minister. I hear a girl, I bank camera so. Rupees 130. I hear a girl. And he was one of the longest serving Chief Minister of Tamenglong. 130 rupees in his account, bank account. Hey, a couple of pairs of shoes, hey, shirts, hey, wristwatches. Hey, APJ Abdul Kalam so I hear I think 2,500 books malay. I as a property only. I mean a property in APJ Abdul Kalam. I like the gari, like 2,500 books le, hey, a pair of shirts, hey, kumut le, and yanu may kaitam le arsi. Oh, Miku Hadan Wadu, Mother Teresa. In the street of Kolkata, in a rainy day, there were thousands of peasants, discriminated souls, lying unnoticed, unserved by people. Nung rona hungry typhoid na la pwede lai na chana na la mi mit ra thui ma bu lai zo hay ai tawe ma ndo sahi sip li na ka ka ni wa tu pwede ani society ye ni ko ala na lai mi ka wa yun le yo khal ma mi ni ka ni ko ro pi le yo e wa pi le yo paisa pi le yo tao khal ma ni ai ku block ra la ni ko ka lai na ro zo beggars line up pambu deposit naru I cina gula orang sepato just let's think kakal lah sebelum kalau video ini mah I saw asal misal hari satu ni mah siwa sinan sister tu nak kata video kalau video ini mah kau tu mah but what she intended to do was saving souls. And three cameras say, I found it away. I camera four, come away to one, what he thought was, what his intention was to serve humanity. And the K cameras say, Mother Teresa impact 100% can follow the monarchy. I was got inspiration from these two souls. Humanity, and humbleness, politeness, and kindness. I'm to wait I believe in the next 10 to 20 years there will be so many officers politicians special contractors Mang tu cái bang itu mah anu ni nasa saya itu mah kau lebih naik lagi listen dong naik tahu ya role model now inspire kau cakap kau lah lebih kaya tahu ya I think we will minimize some kind of corruption or some kind of things that are not welcome in the society. Ni ngai mengincar, ni ngai tahu sih. Kalau saya minimize tahu dia ni sampai lima macam ni. Decent lau tu karo kani kai ka sai role model hata principal hata koi karo kai to ye karo chin ya disa sama kya la to ni ngai dong lai dong yang hai ni sa mi ra na ko sa karo to sai chu lo ko sa le to sai chu ko sa le si to sai ha chu lo sa ti kan ru ko ra ya hai ni ai chances of obstacle meaning hai kai ta Tik thui này chance bây giờ nhìn nó mà cái gì cả hay cả lighthouse those like that cover see cái principle and last cái đó là cái request đó là cái sataru cái nào cũng là cái suni cái just last week I came across a book like hay qua cái con đi này cuốn sách đi rất lâu rồi sáng suy cái đó nung khai cái đó extreme happiness cái đó đi rất lâu rồi I think Kunci di sana rumah tanda, yang sahur tanda, yang war tanda, yang hao tanda di sana rumah. Ada si principal say, I have been following this. Ada si impact tu orang di sana di sana. Mi orang pun nama sahur tanda di sana orang. Nupi ke hek kaya betul as nasi di Temui kaya ni tak cila kaya rumah. Si di sana kita nupi kaya ni hari kita tanda di New York orang. Si tak cila nak delay tau dia di. Di sana lower yang kalian masih lagi yang kerja lagi memang kita isi dah hire kita kerja kita subtle add on something boy really like they hire kerja kita but the content is so good adu yang simple yet very effective adu na CV new mga kerja hire ka share ka tau jara ini social selection jara ke yang high use the lang yang user so once again I would like to thank the executive of PMGEA for inviting me as president at the same time for acknowledging my promotion also. Lakari macam dasu sonai fungsi juga. Director dari yang sudah jawab yung kay pala yang may fungsi itu jadi. Noi nasi ayu fungsi juga. Presiden di kamu langsung lebih juga. Ayu promotion semua itu yang acknowledge tahu biram ni ayu semua itu acknowledge tahu tarik. English to buy you ay lay sa mga sa dito di aduna ay lay sa mga sa isu no yan asa na simbi ba kasi eko yung sila pamalaga yang asa pambang sa TV aduna ꯑꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯗꯃꯛꯇꯗ ꯑꯩꯅꯁꯨ ꯅꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯂꯥꯛꯀꯗꯧꯔꯤꯕ ꯐꯪꯁꯟ ꯀꯌꯥꯗꯁꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯩꯁꯨ ꯌꯥꯎꯅ ꯐꯪꯁꯟ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯆꯥꯎꯅ ꯁꯤꯟꯅꯔꯤꯁꯤ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯍꯧꯔꯛꯏꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯁ꯭ꯇꯨꯗꯦꯟꯠꯁꯤꯡꯕꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯏꯟꯀꯔꯦꯖ ꯇꯧꯕꯁꯨ ꯉꯝꯕ ꯑꯣꯏꯖꯒꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯉꯝꯖꯕ ꯃꯇꯦꯡ ꯈꯔꯁꯨ ꯄꯥꯡꯖꯒꯦꯅ ꯑꯩ ꯃꯃꯥꯡꯗ ꯊꯝꯖꯔꯤ. I'd like to request the executive, any executive of PMGEA